Hey traders, how you doing? Rick here with Hit Run Candlesticks. Hey, we're about to take a look at some charts, some targets and whatnot. We'll talk about that. But remember, when you click below the video on the 30-day trial, remember to when you log in the room, make sure you download the app. If you have any troubles with that, please let me know. That's very, very important. That's how we communicate trades with our members, and as a trial member, you are a member. So right below the video, there's a link for our 30-day trial. Get in on that, get in the trading room, download that app, and then you don't have to get in the trading room again, but once every 7 days, and the app will still work for you, okay? Thanks a lot. Buckle up. Let's take a look at some charts. And all right, good morning, everybody. How you doing? Hey, good son, Mike, Fred, Joe, Alan, Emma, Sonny, good morning. Hey, Julie, good morning. All right, here we are starting another week. Yeehaw, right? Hey, let's start off with, I don't really look at this too much. I don't show it here too much in the room, and I'm assuming that all members know how to get to it. We'll talk about this later in the day. But I thought, well, let's take a look at this morning, and then we'll trade with a chart. But right now, it looks like there's not much coming in here today. Oh, yeah, and earnings are just about finished, Not much coming in here today as far as numbers go or any kind of major, number news or anything like that. Tomorrow, we've got the PPI final demand number here. Wednesday, you've got that CPI number, which is, people tend to look at that. You've got some petroleum status report on Wednesday as well. Thursday, we've got that jobless claims, which seems to be it can be a market jerker, no knee-jerk reaction. Then really, these here, they don't matter too much. The Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index with the green stars, they're kind of sort of on the side, don't mean too much. And industrial production, that's not a big game changer there. Housing starts, that could be something, but not usually too much. Consumer sentiment, that's kind of a biggie, because if you don't know how you feel, well, these numbers, they'll tell you how you feel, Thank you, Big Daddy, for telling us that. So for those that follow these kind of numbers and trade with these kind of numbers, good luck to you. And, well, there they are. Those that follow charts, the way swing trading should be followed, here you go. We are clearly in a downtrend. Let me point this out here. Boom. Clearly in a downtrend. Just take that candle there. You can see that. If we come over here and look at the trend indicator, you can clearly see the trend indicator is down. You can clearly see the prices under the trend indicator. Boy, aren't I full of just cookies and sweets and ice creams, just in a rah mood this morning. No, hey, it's the fact. Let's not argue with it, Let's accept what the trend is doing and trade the trend. It is the most easiest, the most visual way to trade. Add some price action in there, candlesticks. Everybody knows about candlesticks. You know that my 36 years of trading, I've never run across anyone that consistently uses bar charts. Everyone uses candlesticks, which means everyone can see your secrets if you have a secret. And you can see their secrets if they have a secret. And it's all in price. When you think about it, it's pretty simple. All those numbers, what do they mean? They create knee-jerk reactions, and then everything is smoothed over. It always works that way. When you're trading a chart, what do? You follow price, pretty simple, right? The way we follow charts, you follow price, you see it cross over the trend indicator like that. You've got price above the T-line above the trend indicator. Well, you have a long setup. Not tough to do, pretty simple. And it's not a surprise. You can see it when you go to bed. You can see it when you wake up. You can see it when you eat your soup for lunch. It's right here. So Using that little bit of logic right there, we are still in a downtrend. Now, the bulls are trying to push up. They are trying. And I'm going to give them credit until they stop. Now, one thing I think we need is a little bit of a pullback here. I don't believe we've had a good pullback yet to test this rally. If we look at this chart, honestly, the resistance is just barely starting to come in right now. All the way from this low up, really hasn't been a lot of resistance. But here the resistance is starting. So it will be important to see how the bulls act right in here, right through this area right here. We want what I would personally like is the bulls to take charge and then come back and maybe test a little bit and then come back, because yep, I want a bullish market. I still think we go up here above 575, maybe even to 600 before year's end. So here we rally up. I would like a nice little test. Let's see if we can break out, and then we're going to have to take on these little levels, like this little, I could probably put a box around it, couldn't I? Right here. Like this little level right in there. Then we're going to have to take on that little level, and then of course the little high up here. So these levels will have to be cleared. Let's do this right there. Those levels right there, this should have went down a little further. There we go. These levels are going to have to be cleared. So 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4, out the door and up we go. But it has to happen. So there is still plenty room to move down. I'm kind of bummed actually that we haven't tested the 200 period moving average, which that could yet come. The important thing is follow the trend. Follow the trend. Okay, with that, I've got a few stocks here to take a look at. Stocks and targets, charts and targets. So one thing about the shorts last week, a lot of shorts pulled up, but they didn't confirm rolling over. So the charts that I'm looking at right now, for the most part, are going to be the long side. When the market opens up, if stocks start to bleed off a little bit, my scanner I use, live trading alerts, will come alive with shorts, and I'll certainly post them out there here in the room. We'll talk about them. I'll post a few on the members app there, okay? So right now, let's take a look at UNG. It may be trying to come up. Now, I've got some targets up here, about 1520, 1610 up here. There's the 50% retracement. So for somebody that's brand new, looking at these charts, right now you're thinking, how do I see this moving up? It's been up so far. Nobody wants to buy it when it's up this much. It's gapped up pre-market here. It looks like it's moving down. Remember, the trade is not right this second. That's not the trade. The trade is maybe the rest of this week. It may not even be an entry till midweek. It might not even be an entry till next week. What we've got is a nice little bottom here, a little doji, gap up. We rallied, we pulled back to a low with a bullish engulf, and then we've got follow through. So what are we going to wait for? A setup. This right here. Let's do this right there. See how we rallied up and we pulled back on this candle? There's the setup. So that's one setup. Watch for that second setup. Up we go, let it pull back, watch for that next setup. So these charts that we're looking at, they're not necessarily buy right now before you go get another cup of coffee. These are, put them on that watch list. Trade smart. Plan some trades out. Oscar, take a look at Oscar here. Oscar has put in a very, very nice bottom. We had a big gap down a week or so ago here, and we rallied back up with a bullish belt hold. That's a bullish belt hold, also making a double bottom here. And that bullish belt hold, here we rattled around for a few days. We rallied up. See how we're pulling back here? This is what we're looking for. Now, what I do is I put this on the scanner. The scanner alerts me when it's moving. I decide whether I want to buy it, whether I want to buy it in here or maybe on this breakout. Either way, the target is about 19.10, then about 21 up here. Then we'll worry about something higher as it goes higher. Let's take a look at this chart also. The trend indicator, you can see that it's green. That's something I want. You can see that price is above the T-line. T-line's above the trend indicator. And we're trying to cross the 50-period moving average. That's that blue line right there. We're trying to cross that. So this is starting to set up. Pretty nice bottom right in here. Crossing the 50. Two good targets up there. Price action is acting good. And the trend is working. Trend is working. How about Eric? Look at Eric. Beautiful trend in Eric. Let's put this up. Look at that trend. Just running right up. We went from red to green. We dipped down a little red. Here we're coming back green. Eric is heading up to about 690, 710, then about 730 up here. We had this gap down, popped up. We have a little bullish engulf here, and now we're consolidating right over the T-line. Trend indicator's turning green. What we want is that trend indicator to stay green now. So watch the price action. Make sure it doesn't come down below the trend indicator or close below the trend indicator. And that 690 area might cause a little bit of a stumble through here. Might even cause a little bit of a pullback. And for those that aren't in it, that might offer a little bit of an entry. But we want to stay above the T-line and the trend indicator. That will be important on this one. Baba is doing a great little job here. Great little chart pattern. We've got another belt hold set in here. The trend is working. Looks to me like it's heading to 83, 85 up there. We're just out of a 3/8 trap right now. So what I would like to see is a little bit of a pullback, get us closer to the T-line, and that might make for a nice little entry. PLTR banged on the bottom here down here at the 200 period moving average. I've got targets at 31.85, 34.65, 37.60 up here. Here we've started to break out. I'm not interested in buying this at the moment, like right now, like before the market opens. I'm not interested in buying this 5 minutes after the market opens. What I'm interested in is having this set up, take my time, trade it smart, put a plan together, and then watch it come up to those targets here. We take a look at that weekly chart. Look at that monster bullish engulf in this. So you can see the targets very clear now. But just a nice entry. Entries are important. We don't want to pay too high. We don't want to be a bottom picker. We've got to manage our entries. So let's just be cautious, walk softly, keep your eye on the app. When I buy this, I will certainly post it on the members app there. Thanks, Chip. Chip says Baba has earnings on Thursday. Appreciate that. Duke is still looking pretty good. I don't have targets on that one. Duke is putting in a nice little pennant right in here. Very nice little pennant. We'll watch for this move. Taking on 116.60. Let's see here. GLD. I need to write a couple down. Apple. Okay. So GLD. This is one that we bought. What was it? Friday or Thursday? Something like that. It's still working. It needs to get above 227.75 here. It needs to take out these highs, and then we'll come up here and take a look at some good targets to the upside. We'll take a look at that once we start to break out. Apple. I'm watching Apple for both directions, long or short. So what I'm going to be doing is watching Apple. I've got it on the scanner to tell me if it makes a new day high or a new day low. And if Apple starts to make a new day high, I will consider a buy in here with a stop around that 50 period moving average. If we start to roll with a bearish candlestick signal, then I will look at this short and then I'll look for a test back down here about 196. So I'm waiting for the clue on Apple, waiting for the clue. The chart tells us everything. Trend, price, rules, okay? All right, everyone. Hey, you guys enjoyed this today. I hope you have a great week. Let's meet back up here in 30 minutes when the market opens up, and let's try to have some fun. You guys take care. Thanks a lot.